Hi. Okay, I've got a topic today. It is one that comes up so often for my clients and for people I know in my network, other business owners. And in the marketing world, it's known as content marketing. If you're not as familiar with marketing terminology, you will know it as social media, email, blogging, videos. These are the things you create that you use to reach your potential clients or customers. It's known as content marketing because essentially what you're producing is content, whether that's video or a long form email or a graphic on social media. It's all content. And what I want to give you today is a way to look at this differently so that you understand why it's frustrating you so much, why you have been doing this and jumping around from social media to email to blogging, and you're either starting and stopping in a bunch of different areas, or you're trying to do all of them and you're just completely confused and you're seeing all of these recommendations from other businesses, people you know, or people you've Googled, or people you follow on social media telling you, you need to do email, you'll make so much revenue off of email, or you need to do this, you'll grow your audience with social media. And why you're confused, you don't know what you're doing, and you're frustrated, you've poured money and energy and time into it, you're not seeing a return on investment. As a marketer, I will tell you they work 100%. You're not doing anything wrong. The problem is the strategy you're applying. Most of what we see in the marketing world, especially online, are large scale strategies. If you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, you need small scale strategies. That's the problem. If you're trying to design a content strategy around conversion optimization and the nitty gritty details, that's for a large scale business. When we're talking a business that has hundreds of thousands of potential clients that they're trying to connect with, or bring in clients or customers, that's a completely different type of business than what you're working on. People on our scale, we need, maybe a couple of hundred, maybe a dozen or two, depending on what kind of services or products we offer. And so our content, we're running a losing game if we're trying to obsess over tiny details like conversion rates and that kind of stuff. That comes later if you decide to scale up. The advantages that really large organizations and business have in their large scale is just the sheer massive quantity that they're working with. So they can tweak a bunch of stuff. If they tweak 1% of a conversion rate, they're going to get, 100,000 more dollars off of that content strategy. That's not us. So they have big audiences, they have big money to spend, big marketing budgets, they have a big business. But the beauty of it is small businesses and entrepreneurs, our small scale, the advantage of that is we have an incredible ability to genuinely connect with our audience. I want you to think of what type of content appeals to you. It's highly likely that you are really drawn to and you're interested in consuming the type of content that you're feeling a genuine connection with the person behind the screen, or the business as a brand can accomplish that, definitely. With us being real people and a close touch point with our customers, it makes it even easier for us. Um, and in general, our culture is starting to shift in that direction, especially online. The big days of franchises and that is we're shifting away from that a bit. You've seen it in food. There's a lot more valuing of farm to table and small scale restaurants and the really big franchises. And it's happening in business too, and it's happening online, which I think is beautiful. I've been online since like the early 90s, right? So I grew up online in a way. I had a childhood prior to online, which I'm deeply grateful for, but I've seen the evolution of this. And there's almost nostalgia to it. In the early 90s, when you went online, you were interacting with people directly. I had a Yahoo page builder website. It was about Sailor Moon. I absolutely love Sailor Moon. But like it was me and my best friend at the time. We weren't hiding behind something, right? We were just like super Sailor Moon fanatics and obsessed with it. We wanted to connect with other Sailor Moon fanatics. And the blogs back then, right? Like you felt like you knew the person on the other side. And then as, just the way things go, it kind of it swelled up and it got really expanded, and businesses moved online to try to optimize revenue and that type of stuff. And like now, just like in food, where the lack of connection in food people reacted to, we don't want that. We value quality of life, and we're drawn to the things that provide us with a real quality of life, and connection is a huge part of that, especially now. So you are seeing a swing in online marketing and marketing in general, where that advantage as small scale people have of genuine connection is becoming really advantageous because the market is looking for it. It's craving it. Scale, I get a bunch of emails to my inboxes. Most of them I don't read because I know those are sent out en masse, and I know it has absolutely nothing to do with me. The personal emails or the emails from organizations or businesses that I know it's a real person behind that screen, is the business owner typing it out, I almost always read those. You will find it is the same for your audience. You will find not just that, when you start switching your perspective on content and looking at it from how do I leverage the advantages of my small scale, it will become really easy for you to sit down and produce that type of content. And I have a webinar that I'm doing at the end of this month where I'm going to go into more detail on the 3 pillars of content and how you use those in a small scale strategy, and how you tap into that kind of drive and motivation where sitting down to create your content doesn't feel like a chore as much anymore. It lights you up. You start to be able to transfer that energy and passion that you have behind your business into your content. Those 3 pillars are attunement, quality production, and providing value. So we will learn how to plug that in to this concept of content, and it will take you from being really confused and really overwhelmed and not understanding why all of these different things seem to work for other people, but you're not getting any traction with them, or you just find them incredibly laborious. And the solution is not always that you need to hire it out. Sometimes I will even tell people, do not offload that email to a marketer, because it's the beauty of what you're doing and how you're personally showing up that's creating that effectiveness, and it's creating those sales. If you offload that to a marketer, you lose that advantage. This is my cat. He has decided to join. Keeping it real, right? So yeah, if you want to go deeper into this, I have a free webinar. It's going to be at the end of the month, the very last day, the 31st. I'll provide a link for anyone that's interested. This can really help put you on a path where you're producing the type of content that's going to help grow your business. Definitely worthwhile. Thanks, guys.